Thanks for joining us, and let's get started.
Welcome to our series on rediscovering your happiness and power. This is the beginner series inspired by the book The Laughing Billionaire, How to Become Rich and Happy. Today we'll address food and gratitude. This episode, we discuss the importance of giving thanks before you eat and the importance of eating with consciousness and giving thanks after you eat. As usual, we'll introduce you to your personal challenge, which is designed to get you in the habit of practicing things that are healthy for the new you. Ready? Awesome, let's get started. With that, we invite you to get settled in a place where you can digest this information without interruption or struggle. Clear your mind and get ready to take the next step in a vital transformation. Let's start with a brief moment of silence to focus and meditate on what you're about to learn, receive, and practice.
Let's talk about food and gratitude. And I'm talking to you. So if you're eating right now, that's a perfect time. Keep chewing. I will talk to you while you're chewing. If you're not eating and you're about to eat, listen carefully to what I'm about to share with you right now. So think about giving gratitude before you eat, right? If whatever you believe, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hindu, people do that things before the food, but it's come a little bit more from a little bit guilt. Sometimes I see kids that the parents look at them, hey, you have to give thank. You have to do that. And the kids say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I eat now? So the gratitude is not about saying thank you. It's not the words. It's actually truly to appreciate the food. Not because of what, I'm sure your mom told you the same thing. My mom told me you should be thankful for the food you have because some people have no food to eat. That's not the reason. Having gratitude is for you, is for me. When I have gratitude toward the food I have on my table, you know what happened to that food? It becomes sweeter. You know what happened to that food? It becomes better. Everything gets better and better and better as you have gratitude. The power of gratitude, it's almost difficult to explain. I'm sure there is a lot of psychologists that you heard about that explain the concept of gratitude in a very simple way. When you give gratitude, you know what happened? The force, whatever you can call the force, a higher power, the universe, the global community want to give you more. Every force want to give you more when you have gratitude. The food, if you think of it like that, and I'm sure it's difficult to digest that concept, the food itself also has energy. See, if the food has energy, the food want to give you more of itself. When you have gratitude toward the food, it's actually for you because now you are sitting and you look at the food and before you eat, you say, I am so lucky. Just say it. I am so lucky to have that food. I am so lucky that I can sit and eat. I'm so lucky I can chew it. I'm so lucky I can swallow it. I'm so blessed. Everything, I'm just so blessed. When you do it before, this whole experience of food changing itself. Changing. Because it's all become almost like a spiritual event between you and something physical. And think about it. How does life look like without food? But don't think about it for too long because I don't want you to feel guilty. I want you to be motivated to do that. Not basically afraid that I have to do it because maybe if I don't do it, I will not have food tomorrow. No, you will have food no matter what you're going to do. But you will enjoy the food more if you will show some gratitude before you eat. That's a secret of eating, the first aspect of eating. Show gratitude. And you don't need to show it to people, it's for yourself. You show gratitude to food. Is eating with the right consciousness. How do you eat with a consciousness? How do you eat? You have a fork, you have a knife. Let's go. Let's cut whatever it is on the plate. What is eating with consciousness? How can you eat with what is a consciousness? Maybe we should start there. Consciousness? Do I eat my consciousness? Is my consciousness going to eat the food? What's happening here? Well, eating is basically what happened. You're chewing the food. Oh, in modern society right now, with all the vegan food out there, people start drinking the food. But most people chewing the food. So when you're chewing the food, there is a moment before you swallow it. Basically, you're tasting it, you're chewing it. You're chewing the food. As you're chewing the food, this is your time to think. One of the greatest doctor is the Maimonides, or Rambam if you want. Maimonides talk about health through eating. You know, when you are as healthy as how you eat and what you eat. What you eat, of course, you want to eat healthy food, you want to show gratitude, and then your consciousness. What are you thinking while you're eating it? It is important that you turn it into almost like a form of meditation while you're eating. And while you're chewing the food, you just think that, of course, from a gratitude point of view, how blessed you are. But as you're chewing it, think about area of your life. And this is the secret. Area of your life when there is judgment, when things are not working for you. And by chewing that physical food, it's a reflect on area of your life when things are not working. So chewing and breaking the food until you can swallow it, you are chewing and breaking that physical thing that disturbing you for achieving your goal. Don't look at the food just as the food. Look at the food as just representative of that physical area of your life that doesn't work. I will give you an example so to make sure I'm clear. Let's say you have an issue in a relationship with somebody, with your neighbor, okay? And you don't know how to solve it. While you're eating, think about it. Breaking that food and wish and hope that the next talk you're going to have with your neighbor will be better. You will see, and please, I don't want you to trust me on this one. Don't. If you trust me, you're going to fall asleep. I don't want you to trust me. I want you to try it. You have any issue with somebody, take the food, have gratitude before, be happy it's there. Then when you chew it and think about that area that you wanted to change, and you will see the result immediately. Once we have the gratitude, when we show consciousness, as we explained before, now we give thank in the end of the food. It's considered one of the most important things because the food, you know, it's written in ancient book that the food either make you sick or there is a food that make you healthy. And today, of course, we have the breakthrough about so much information about food, what's healthy for you, what's not healthy for you. So basically, the doctors can teach you how to die healthier, which means you'll be healthy. It doesn't mean you're not going to die, but you're just going to die healthier, which is raise the doubts in our mind is what does that mean to give thank in the end of the food? You know, you finish the food, you don't eat anymore. Some dirty plate, some leftover of sushi, some edamame that nobody want to look at. Nobody want to say thank you. That's the time to say thank you. It's like life. When you say thank you to something you no longer need after you use it, that's a session. That's an important thing for you. That's to look at yourself in the mirror and say, what is that? I cannot even say thank you to something that served me so well. Those plates, this table, that fork. I was sitting one time with a master of spirituality, and I was watching him how he eat. In the end of the food, I see him touch the table like that. I was young at that time, and I was judging everything that I don't understand. And I asked him, well, what are you doing? Why are you doing to the table like that? So I'm talking to the table. So you're talking to the table. So why do you need to talk to the table? It's very simple. I'm thanking the table, that the table agreed to hold all the plate and hold all the food. So I'm thanking the table. So what's the next thing you're going to do? So I'm going to touch my chair and say, thank you, chair, for holding me. And I have to tell you, it touched me a lot. It changed me. Because it makes me think like, wow, after, we enjoy a meal, I don't know, last time you've been in a restaurant, what do? Napkin on the table, who cares, It's amazing. Before we walk to the restaurant, we go like this. Wow, amazing, the light and the purple and the candle. What happened 20 minutes before we get the bill? What's wrong with my waiters? This table is shaking. We have a list of complaints of what's missing. What happened? The gratitude level dropped down because we get fulfilled. So one of the hardest things to do after you eat, and that's the most beautiful, and I look at it as a spiritual event, is to sit and thank everything that you want to believe to thank. Thank the one who cooked the food. In the end, that's the hardest test because everybody thank in the beginning. Of course you thank. You're beginning, you're hungry. Yeah, thank you. It was thank you for inviting us. Thank you, thank you. In the end, sit when everything is done. Wow, thank you for that. Thank you, table. Thank you, chair. Thank you, food, for being that for me. That's thank you in the end of eating. Consider one of the highest level of spirituality. I would like to challenge you this week. And by doing it every day around food, once the food arrives, don't jump and eat it. Just wait 10 seconds if you can. If you can do more than 10, 20, if you can do 1 minute, that would be great. So 1 minute, just either close your eyes or open your eyes, look at the food around you. If there is people around you and you don't want to look weird, that's okay, just do it in your mind. And just say, wow, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have this food in my life. While you're chewing it, think about one area in your life where it's not working. And when you chew the food, you're chewing that judgment, that negativity to go away. Third, in the end of the food, just sit there and say, I'm so blessed that I have this dinner, this lunch, this breakfast to be on my table. Thank you, and I see you in the next session.
This has been another episode of Vital Transformation's guided sessions. For more information, visit us at vitaltransformation.org, where you'll find access to all of our guided sessions, content library, weekly updates, and upcoming events. To keep content like this new, relevant, and free to the public, make a donation today at vitaltransformation.org/donate, or write to us at donate@vitaltransformation.org. Thanks for joining us, and we'll speak to you soon.